Welcome to Shake the Table. All
Shaking the
right.
table.
Ah, Welcome to Shaking the Table, y'all. I forget which episode this is, but we are in season 2 of Shaking the Table. I want to say I gotta look it up anyway. But my name is Wayne,
And I'm TeLisa.
and we are your host, the hostess with the mostest. We are just two entrepreneurs out here in the pet care space that has done a lot, seen a lot, heard a lot, and we do a lot. Well, done and do anyway. But yes, we are here to just talk about our experiences as entrepreneurs in the pet care space. So hopefully you as the listener can understand that you are not alone, and hopefully it inspires you and aspires you to be better people out here in this world. So Talisa, drum roll. What mats your fur?
Actually, I
I,
think,
I,
oh wait, I'm getting feedback. Hold on. I'm matting my own fur this week. I'm matting my own fur. My professional decisions to be the only groomer has matted my fur this week. I would like to say deathly ill for the last 7 days. And because I don't have the time in my schedule to reschedule a whole week's worth of dogs. And I also don't have anybody to come and groom these dogs in place of me. I'm mad at me this week. I'm mad at me this week. Solopreneurship is cool until it ain't.
hmm
And this past week it ain't. Um, I spent the week having a 101 plus fever, and I was heavily medicated the entire week in order to get these dogs groomed. So my clients last week probably didn't get the best service that I could provide, but it got done. And here I am on the down slope. Um, so people are like, "Oh, what do you need? What do you need? I need somebody to come groom these dogs."
Need some
Well,
help.
friend, I can't help you groom these dogs. Of course you can't, because you my non-groomer friend. Um,
hmm
but that's what I need. I need somebody to come groom these dogs. So that may be my goal. To put somebody on payroll part-time,
hmm
seasonal, or just to have somebody, in my back pocket to come hold stuff down when things happen.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have somebody on payroll, so the business doesn't necessarily have to close, but I have to consider adding them to my insurance because they need to be able to drive this truck and trailer. Can you drive a truck and trailer? Do my
mm
clients like you? The last person I had with me, they didn't like her.
Yeah.
Um, do the dogs like you? And so on and so forth. So there's a lot to take into consideration outside of just I need somebody to come work for me because I can't.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
that makes
that
it.
might be on my list of things to do this year. Find
This year.
somebody.
No, and very ambitious goals, and we know how it can be working in this space as entrepreneurs. Especially as a solopreneur, you have to do it. If we're not working, we're not making any money. And if we're not making any money, we can't take care of the things that we need to take care of. So it just puts us in a bind, and 9 to 5ers, like people that get PTO and take time off and they work a salary, like they don't get it when it comes to the entrepreneurial side of things. Like you said, you still have to work through a fever. I remember when I was on my van and I twisted my ankle, I was hop, skipping, and limping through
Um, I
appointments.
work I worked in a boot a couple years ago. My dad was driving me around. I was grooming with a
You
boot
know,
on. Yeah.
like you. we can't just be like, all right, well, I'm just gonna take a week off so I can't because I can't do anything. No, like that's the biggest thing, and it's such a huge stress because you can't be like, hey, I can't work today because I'm sick. Can you still pay for your appointment and I'll reschedule you for another time that I can put you back on the schedule? Because now I have to add you to a day that's probably already full with other appointments. And then I'm not getting any money off of it because I already charged you for it a week ago when I was sick. So now it's stressful trying to figure out when I can do it when all you got to do is just fight through it and still show up and groom these dogs with
Which is
no
easier said than
sniffling.
done.
Right, which is way easier said than done. No
Because
sniffling, got a fever, you cold, you hot, you
I wore a mask. I wear a mask anyway,
feel
grooming,
heavy.
but it's a little different when you can't breathe out your nose and then
Yeah,
you sneezing into the mask and now I got snot plastered all over my face. It just wasn't a good look. The vibes was just not vibing. And hopefully like the next 2 days or so, like I'll be back to 100%. But this past week was rough and I was just like, this
yeah.
can't be life. This can't be
Look, I would have
life.
been like, just try to sweat it out, like raise your body temp. I know you're already hot, but like just raise your temperature, sweat it out, take some vitamins, get some fresh air, something, you know. Look, when I start feeling like, and I can't, that's how we
I was
feel. We
drinking this
can't
stuff by the mouthful. Shout out to Mucinex for getting me through. Okay. Drinking this stuff by the mouth. What is a measuring cup? Don't have one of those. I was like,
just
my
drink
kidneys
it.
will work it out. My kidneys
Yeah,
will work it
just
out.
drink it till your ancestors say, that's enough, my child.
Yeah, exactly.
That's enough.
My kidneys are healthy. They'll work it out.
Absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, I get it. I think as a solopreneur, we definitely have to think about times like this. I remember a friend of ours, got into a car accident and she works by herself too, and there were times where, I think she didn't work for like what, maybe like
3 months,
3 weeks,
I
three,
feel like.
4, yeah, something like that, a few months. But either way, it was just like, do we have that savings? Do we have those reserves? Do we have clients that understand and like donate to the cause? Like, do we have to have a GoFundMe every time we can't work type thing?
No,
And the answer
I'm
is
not into
no,
that.
because clients, they're, people, the sad reality of it is like people really don't care about our personal lives. They just want their dogs groomed,
Mm.
which sucks. Like you have those really, really good clients that are like, I love everything about you. I support you. Like, how's your kids doing? How's your family doing? XYZ. Like, we have that dialogue and that relationship back and forth. But for majority of it, it's like, I really don't care what you got going on. I just need you to groom my dog, And then it's like, for us, I understand from the business side, but on the personal side, I'm still human. Like I'm still human. I'm trying to figure this thing out the best way I can. And like you said, having somebody that helps to pick up the slack is a good goal to have this year so that you can not only, you don't have to say we're not taking appointments. I'm just not there physically and somebody else is taking care of what I need to take care of. So um I think that I support it. I support it because we all need an extra pair of hands. We all definitely need to be able to kind of just to step away from our businesses, unless like your goal is to be a solopreneur your whole career,
Well, my
and that's
goal isn't
okay.
even to be a groomer. So, no.
Yeah. No, no, no. And knowing your goal, absolutely.
No.
No, knowing your goal, absolutely. Like knowing what you want to do and just understanding that grooming is literally a stepping stone into making your bigger dreams and visions happen, right? But we're stuck in this not trying because we are doing. We're stuck in this getting there phase And the getting there phase is it takes a while. It takes
Hmm.
a long time, and you learn what you accept, you learn what you don't accept. But in the meantime, you just got to make it happen. And it sucks when you just got to make it happen sometimes. Like, I wish there was an easy way. Like I feel like there has to be some type of like program out there. But then again, it's like we've worked so hard for our clients that we've maintained and built. So like to have somebody come in and just like, hey, take these appointments for me type thing, it's like, wow, now I gotta trust you that you out here taking care of my clients
The
correctly.
way I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Like
people
it's harder
are
with mobile
people
for
are
sure.
super picky about who they let into their lives because essentially we're part of their village. Um, After so many grooms, like they're like, I only want you. I only want you. Like I had a brand new client yesterday, not yesterday, but at some point last week. Um, and she was like, I want to go ahead and schedule my next appointment, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, cool. She was like, but I only want you to come. And I'm like, I mean, it's only me, but why
Yeah.
are you already so adamant about it just being me? Because like how do I get to grow if you only want me? And I guess that's the biggest thing. You can't grow as a small business if they only want you to do it as a service provider. People
Hmm.
trust your work, but they need to also be able to trust that the person you hire does good work as well and lives to the standard, works to the standard. Um, and that's a lot of the issue with the grooming industry, in my opinion, because all the clients are like, I only want this particular groomer. I only want this particular groomer. Well, what happens when your appointment falls and they're on vacation? Or what happens when their appointment falls and I'm out sick? Then
Hmm.
what? You just gonna skip your grooming appointment? Because most groomers don't have the availability for you to be like, oh, well, I'll just come back next week. Because that
Hmm.
that was a lot of the issue for me because I was sick the entire week. I got back from Vegas on Monday morning and Tuesday my throat started itching. Wednesday I was dying. Okay.
Hmm.
So it fell real fast. Um, so we're talking about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's 4 days worth of appointments. That's
Hmm.
at least $20 minimum that we talking about here.
Hmm.
Where in the hell am I gonna fit $20?
True.
I don't know when I'm gonna be feeling better.
Hmm.
So it might roll into after the weekend. Because here we are on Monday and I'm still feeling like crap. I'm feeling less like crap, but I'm still feeling like crap.
Hmm.
So like where do I put $20? I wouldn't have been able to groom. I was off, yesterday and today, but I wouldn't have been able to groom no dogs yesterday and today. So I'm pushing back to the following weekend. So I got to cancel the plans that I made. I'm still going to my daughter's meet, but that means my Sunday is gone. Monday is gone, but that's still not 20 dogs.
No.
That's still not
It,
$20. The time is changing. So, I mean, I could groom longer days because the sun gonna be up longer, but I'm gonna be
mhm.
miserable.
Yeah.
Grooming
Just to
eight
feel
dogs all week and into the weekend. So my
just to make
weekend
up
gone.
for you being
I'm
sick.
grooming 14 days straight.
Yeah. And then I was thinking, I was like, just to make up for something that happened 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Bingo.
Like still making up from 4 or 5 weeks ago because you still haven't hit those 20 dogs yet. You
No.
probably hit maybe a good 10.
10.
at that, right? You still haven't hit the 20 dogs yet, so you're still making up
I'm gonna be
for
in the weeds all March trying to catch up.
yeah, and ah
Wasn't
man,
gonna do it.
that puts that puts things in one in perspective, right? It's like how do we how do we as entrepreneurs prepare for something like that? Whether it be figuring out how to increase your income and putting something aside for savings, maintaining a savings budget, having other means of income within your business so that you don't have to really like, feel that dip, or and then also having an extra pair of hands or some type of service that helps you, when you can't do it yourself. Like, would you ever consider reaching out to another mobile service to handle your dogs? In case you can't do it.
If I knew any, yeah. If I knew any,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, I see them around all the time and I follow them and I send them messages and be like, hey, I'm a mobile groomer. I saw you in the streets the other day. No replies.
yeah.
Like the mobile industry is very left on red. Very left on red.
Send them to
I
me. Send them to me. No, but for real, send it to me because I've been looking for other mobile groomers and other people that are around. But at the same time, just even talking about that, like why I think you scared them off just by saying I'm a mobile groomer. Oh no, she's trying to take my clients. Oh no, because then that's the mentality a lot of groomers tend to have is like, I don't want to associate myself with other pet professionals because they're trying to steal clients from me or they're trying to take something from me or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, who taught you that? Like who raised you?
but that's capitalism though.
I get it.
That's capitalism though.
I still
Like,
go back to us being 5 minutes away and never touching either one of our clients.
mm.
Like we literally lived 5 minutes away from each other
And I didn't
for
start, our
years.
clientele didn't start overlapping until after you got out of
Yeah.
mobile
After I,
grooming.
yeah, after I left.
Hmm.
And then they started reaching out to other options and stuff like that. But it was just like there are more than enough dogs and more than enough opportunity and more than enough space for everybody to live and work peacefully. And you still have to at some point network and grow and get to know each other because in cases like this, right? You want to be able to reach out to somebody that you trust that's in your area to say, hey, I can't take care of this client. Do you mind adding them onto your schedule for me? Just give me like a 10%, 20% kickback, something like that, right? Something.
And you know
It's
what? I wouldn't even ask for that. I wouldn't even ask for that. Like, just take it off my hands. Like,
yeah, just so that they
I'm
could get done.
yeah, I'm not even
Now,
into it. Like,
Now I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. But I literally just had this conversation with Camille, right? It was like having groomers come to use my shop for groomed,
mhm,
right? Like to prepare their dogs.
for the show.
Yeah, for the show. And it was like I'm doing I'm just as a friend, like I have the space, like, yeah, cool, But I get where you're coming from too, because they're not really using anything of yours, but then I also get
Right.
where Camille's coming from too, because they're using my electricity and
Yeah,
water and
that's
stuff,
that's that's totally
you know.
different in my opinion because they're using your facility, your space. You're
But
gonna have to go back
at the
behind them, clean up the way you
yeah.
want to clean up and all this other. So yeah, that's very different in my
Never
opinion.
mind.
I
Yeah,
would
when you talk
definitely
about it out loud, then it's like, all right, I get it.
for
You know,
that,
but as a
yeah.
friend, like you want to help and you want to make sure, you want to be there for somebody. So it's not even so much like I got to charge for everything, so I definitely get it. But then like on your end, it's like I am helping with a referral type of,
Mhm.
situation. So I'm helping put more money in your pocket. I'm helping the client get done, and it's less off my table. And, I mean, it would be nice. It's not required, but it would be nice to say, hey, here's something for, helping me out, helping me make more money. So I get it. I get it. With my
I don't know.
situation, it's
For
definitely
me,
different when
like,
you talk about it out loud. Cause like,
I mean,
yeah,
for me, I don't believe all resources should cost. Like,
yeah,
you get the same information that you can go to school for. If you got a brain in your head, you can go to the library and get the same information for free. You can go
right,
to Google and get a portion of that information for free. I don't feel like every resource should have their hand out. And I'm giving you the client because I can't. Like, it's
yeah,
not, it's not that I won't do it. I literally don't have the resources myself to be able to do it. So here, take it. Like,
yeah.
I'm not missing anything by not having this client. My money
You know
already
how many
made.
people, you know how many people don't even think like that too? Like they'll have a wait list for months rather than referring clients out
I
to
don't have no
somebody
wait
else.
list.
Like that, like I've talked to people that are like, yeah, I'm booked out for the rest of the year. I don't have space. Why are you still taking people? Like, why aren't you referring out to other people? Why do you have to have this mentality that it's just me? I get the solo entrepreneurship thing, and you have to make your money, sis, make your money, bro. Like, by all means. But there's a point in it where you have to stop stressing yourself out so that you can just be good in this industry. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't take much to be good in this industry. Somebody had to teach you to where you need to be. Somebody had to help you and hold your hand and give you clients. Be that person for somebody else. Like it's not difficult.
So here is my
That's my
take
take.
on the wait list, right? You're hoarding clients. You're hoarding clients. And as a minimalist, I'm not hoarding anything. I don't have a wait list. When people be like, oh, you can just put me on the wait list until somebody cancels. No, you can book an appointment. Here's a link. You can book an appointment for the next available. Because now you're asking me to be mentally aware of when somebody cancels to put you in that space. Because there's no
Yeah.
system out there that's like, oh, somebody cancel here. Let me automatically put somebody
I
in
was
your
just about
wait
to say
list
that there's no like,
on
oh,
in the slot.
cancel automatically put into
Right.
that. But
That
no,
there's
that doesn't
nothing
happen.
that's automated like that.
Yeah.
So now you're asking me to use my mental capacity to remember to go to the wait list, scroll through, see who lives closest to the area where I'm grooming at for this slot to make any feasible kind of sense, and then
Mhm.
put them there. No. You
All
can
the
you
while
can be like you can be like everybody else. You can
and
book
make
your
everything.
appointment and wait your turn. I'm
All the while doing payroll, taking care of expenses, making sure that my
not
station,
gonna do
shop,
it.
trailer, van, all of that is up to date on everything that it needs to be taken care of. Keep up with my services, keep up with my supplies, make sure that everything else is where it needs to be. Then take care of myself. So having all of these hats and different things, I'm supposed to wait for you
I'm not
on
gonna do
this
it
wait.
because you could have booked the appointment 2 weeks ago and you could begin your dog groom today.
Mm-mm.
Like I'm
You don't have appointments until June 2027.
like you're hoarding clients, and then you're not making money off of them. So to be able to say you have a wait list means what exactly? You have people
Mm-mm.
waiting to spend their money with you?
That is a huge flex that groomers tend to
But
think
it's
uh
not because you're not making money
makes
off of
it
these
better.
people waiting to be groomed. You're only making money off the dogs that you're grooming.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That
Especially
a
when you
thousand
say
percent.
you booked out for the year. So you waiting on somebody to cancel who has 12 months worth of appointments. And then
The next time somebody says that, I want to say, show me. Like, and like, not on no, like, I don't believe you. I mean, part of it is like 2%. I don't believe you, but not on
no,
no, like,
it's a lot higher than that for me. I'm not even finna sit here and lie on Al Gore's internet like that.
but it's like, show me, prove it. Like, I want to see how do you have 5 to 10 appointments every day booked out for the rest of the year, and then still have time for yourself, have time for moving things around, have time, the unknown of when you're going to be sick or if anything happens, like, how do you handle
Clients have
that?
stuff come up and need to move appointments around all the time. Like
Right.
there are way too many variables to be booked out for the next 12 months. I tried it for 6 months and I had so many people be like, well, instead of Tuesday, can I do Saturday? Instead of Saturday, can I do Monday? Like it's too much moving around. It's too
It
much moving
is.
around. I'm month to month, bro, month to month.
Yeah. And
Like
no,
on March 1st, I go and I look at April and I start everybody who's got recurring appointments, I go ahead and put them in so that once March get booked up and people start booking for April, like my regulars will be there.
yeah. And
I'm
we look
not
out
I'm
for
not
those
playing
people
around
first.
with
No, yeah, I know we're gonna run into it and we're gonna see it at some point, especially within the next week or two. But it's just, show me. I just want to see. Like, and not to make you feel bad, but like, show me. Like, how? As a solo entrepreneur, as an entrepreneur, as a petpreneur, how? Because I want to learn.
and, and
I want my
honestly,
books to be booked out. I
here's
want to make
what
sure.
I feel like is happening. You get a client and be like, what days of the week do you like? Okay. What time of the day do you like? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just book your appointments for the year. We're just gonna go ahead and book them.
You take a deposit?
I don't know if they take a deposit, but I seriously doubt it.
Imagine taking
We're
a
we're just gonna
deposit for
go
the whole year.
ahead so we
I
can
would.
make sure that you have your appointment. Just so we can make sure you have your appointments, we're going to go ahead and we're going to book your appointments for the year. We're going to have a standing appointment for the 15th of every month for the rest of
Yeah.
the year. That's what I feel like is happening. I don't think it's a real commitment by the client at all.
No,
But
it
again,
it
the issue
can't be
comes
because,
in.
like you said, things move around way too often, and then it's just like, so you have all of these standing appointments that may or may not happen just to say that you're booked out. Like, I could have 20 appointments on my book tomorrow, but if I didn't reach out to them to confirm to say, hey, are you showing up? Nobody can show up. But I'm losing out money because I didn't reach out to them to confirm whether or not they're showing up. But just to say, or just to look at it and say, hey, I have all of these appointments that could be coming in, just to say I'm booked out. I'll never get it. I don't know, because that's too much stress for me, honestly. That's a level of stress that I do not want to have.
And that's
Sorry.
like Love and Touch. Love and Touch has a standing appointment with me on the first Thursday of every month. And for the most part, everybody shows up.
Mhm.
But for a couple of months, one lady was like, "Oh, my dad's sick, so I need to cancel." So that left a morning appointment wide open. And then um so I was just pushing everybody up and ending the day early. And then like yesterday, the confirmations went out for Love and Touch and the lady was like, "Well, I have a doctor's appointment. Okay, well, let me know if you need to cancel because everybody has confirmed. I don't know. I
Mhm.
don't know what to tell you. I mean, either you can come at your appointment time, you're gonna cancel, and I'll see you next month. But
Mhm.
I'm not coming back here. until next month.
Yeah.
So, and I don't have anything earlier because, like I just said, everybody has confirmed. So I don't know. I don't know.
And that's it. There's nothing else I can do about that, you know? Um, man, what what advice do you have for I know we got into the whole booking out for a year topic. But I mean to the solopreneur out here, to the entrepreneur out here in the pet care space, what advice do you have for them? And they
Um,
watch it.
a team is necessary. I do have a team, but none of them are groomers. I have a bather that helps out on Saturdays, on the occasional Saturdays that I do work. And then I have someone who does administrative work for me that works behind the scenes, talks to the clients, blah, 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 blah. But I don't have a groomer. Having a team is essential. So I guess technically I'm not a solo entrepreneur anymore, but I'm the only groomer, bro. I do the day-to-day still. Um,
You're the only one that's doing income producing work or
right.
revenue producing work.
Right. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm still a solo entrepreneur. Um, so,
Physical copies.
building a team of reliable people, and I want to put emphasis on reliable because you can go out here
Keyword.
and you can hire any groomer. All types of groomers are always looking for jobs where they can make the most amount of money. But the minute
Mhm.
they find something more competitive, or the minute they're not happy with the way you do things, instead of, having communications about it, they'll just not show up, or they'll leave your shit on the side of the road, or or
Too soon, too soon, too soon.
the Jordans got released today, so I'm gonna go and get them Jordans instead of going to work, and I'm not even gonna call you and tell you I'm not showing up.
Right.
So
Now you got people calling me talking about, hey, is my groomer gonna show up?
exactly.
Oh,
So it's difficult to find reliable people in this particular industry because everybody's so self-serving. But the key is to kiss a bunch of frogs and hopefully one of them turns into a prince.
right. No, for real. You
Just
have to.
you got to get to a team. Like like we all want to keep our money in our pockets. Yes, we all want to keep our money in our pockets, and can I afford? Yes, you can afford it. If your prices is right, here we go talking about the numbers. If the prices are right, you can afford a team of people and still be able to
Mhm.
provide for yourself and provide for your business.
Mhm.
Everything always come back to the numbers with me.
It's always
But that's it.
numbers.
That's all I
But
got.
that's
Get you a
but
team.
that's your business mind talking, you know?
Get you a
Um,
team. Doing this shit by yourself will burn you out. And it's a lot of people out here that be like, oh, I've been working for myself and by myself for 27 years.
mhm.
Why are you so damn lonely? Uh,
That's
but we're not gonna
crazy
get
to
into
me
that.
because yeah, why have you been working for yourself by yourself for so long? But is it you? Are you the problem? Now I will say I agree 100% with getting your team because there's so many there running a business is not easy. Running a business that you want to scale and grow is not easy. Running a business that you want to scale and grow and replace yourself so that you can do something else that you really want to do, but you found yourself doing the thing that made money in the first place. So you have to continue that so that you can do what you really want to do in the future is hard. Okay. And understanding that the people who you hire in the beginning may not be the people who is going to stick with you through the thick and thin.
True.
Like Talisa said, people find things that serve them better, as they continue to grow and go through life. So you have to be understanding that people are going to come and go. And those that stick along with you, you got to treat them well so that they can stay with you. but then also have a level of transparency to say, hey, I need you to understand I'm not where I need to be right now, and I'm working hard to get us there. Like everything that I do is for us. So if you're willing to stick it out with me, trust me, I'll take care of you. You know, as long as you help, this is a give and get type of situation, you know. But you just remain consistent, remain persistent, work hard, and yeah, just do what you got to do to be a good person out here, you know. And it's not it build a community, build support around whatever you want to do, whether it's in the pet industry or with outside the pet industry. Having people that support you and understand where you're coming from, getting a mentee or a business advisor, somebody, or just putting yourself in a situation, not situation, a circle where other entrepreneurs are doing similar things to what you want to do or doing the thing that you want to do is important because you need to see representation from where you want to go. And that is very, very important. And the only way you're going to do that is if you get out there and do things that make you uncomfortable. Hiring people, uncomfortable. Talking about your business, uncomfortable. Networking, uncomfortable. Opening your mouth and just telling the world what you want, uncomfortable. You know, making more money, uncomfortable. Some people are very happy with where they are and what they're doing that success scares them. And you have
Baby, that new
to
tax bracket real scary.
real scary, okay? Success is very scary. The more money you make, the more money you owe. Sucks. Okay.
Until you hit
It
a certain tax bracket and then you can write it all off and
Yeah, well, that's another episode because we're gonna talk about making yourself a business. That I mean, we're gonna get some information on that, and we're gonna talk about making yourself a business. I was talking to somebody a few weeks ago, and he was like, "Literally, my whole life is a tax write-off," and I was like, "Get it? You make yourself a bit if it makes sense." Make yourself a business or a trust or a holding company or a corporation, whatever, so that you can live a happier and less stressful life, like a lot of our richer and more wealthy counterparts. But in this day and age, as a solo entrepreneur, support means everything. So find the people that support you, remain consistent, keep working hard, and work on yourself. Personal development and professional development is everything in this business. And understand that people are not out here to compete with you. I know I said a lot, but people are not out here to compete with you. You people want a sense of community. They just want to be
human nature.
intertwined with the right people, you know, uh, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. You find somebody that you can share ideas with without feeling like they're gonna steal stuff from you. No, steal shit from you. Um, that means a lot because I get to talk about what I really want to talk about, and I get a different point of view, and I get the support that's necessary for growth. And I just get different viewpoints to help me be successful. Um, but I mean, again, you gotta figure out who those people are, who those people aren't. But the only way to do that is to just go through life and what's for you is for you, what's not for you is not for you, and just keep moving forward. That's it.
Very much so.
And that's it. But if you are looking for that community, definitely, and you're here in Atlanta, check out Petlanta. That's Petlanta. Yeah, wait, hold up. I was like, no, that's what Petlanta. There we go. Yes. It sounded wrong, but it was right. Okay. That's right. Check out
Not you
Atlanta.
unsure whether you can spell your own shit or not. That's crazy.
No, it was just like when you spell like receive, like, did I spell that correctly? I always have to like look up receive if I'm spelling receive. Like, does the I come before the anyway? Anyway, if you're looking for a community out here in Atlanta, and you're a pet professional that loves to
You ain't gotta
grow,
know how to spell to join Petlanta.
you got to know how to spell. But yes, definitely check out Petlanta. It's petlanta.inc on Instagram. And definitely follow, share, and subscribe the PetX network here on Instagram and YouTube. So hope to see y'all soon. We get together weekly on Zoom and monthly in person. And it's so much. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun getting to know everybody and just seeing everybody and doing the things that we do. So definitely check out Petlanta at petlanta.org, www.petlanta.org, and follow us on Instagram at the PetX Network, and share and subscribe on the PetX Network on YouTube.
I'm trying not to yawn. I am beat.
Tired, bro. Tired. And get some rest. Find some things that help you create balance as an entrepreneur, because we be out here working. Like me, been up since 4:40, 4:35 this morning. Still
And I've
going.
been in bed for today.
And we still got to work no matter what. Either you're up early or you're in the bed, you still got to work, because guess what? The money ain't making if we ain't making it. So let's figure out how to make some money without us actually having to go out and make it. Till next time, people, this is Shaking the Table.